This is wild, guys. BlackRock just confirmed what we've been saying all along about the collapse, not just of Bitcoin, but of every crypto out there. Back in 2020, our theory was crystal clear. When Bitcoin takes a nosedive, the money will funnel straight into XRP. And when that happens, the XRP chart will explode, mooning overnight. It's going to be insane. That's the idea we've been shouting about, and now it's getting some serious validation. So here's the scoop. BlackRock, the same entity that's been devouring Bitcoin on the open market, just dropped a rare warning. In their latest iShares Bitcoin Trust filing, they're flagging a huge potential threat, quantum computing. Yet BlackRock is basically saying Bitcoin might face some serious issues in the future. The biggest Bitcoin buyer is sounding the alarm. Makes you wonder, right? Let's dive in and see how this shakes up the digital asset space. If quantum computing makes significant strides and surpasses the capabilities of today's leading systems, it could shake the very foundation of modern cryptography. This includes the algorithms that secure the world's IT infrastructure and, yes, even digital assets like Bitcoin. Imagine a scenario where quantum advancements render Bitcoin's cryptography ineffective. The Bitcoin network's security could be compromised, leaving wallets vulnerable to malicious attacks and resulting in potential losses for investors. So what does this mean for the future? While some experts suggest this threat could still be 10, 20 years away, it's a reminder that technological leaps can bring both incredible opportunities and serious risks. Could quantum computing become Bitcoin's kryptonite? Only time will tell. All right, let's talk crypto and quantum computing. This is serious, folks. Not tomorrow, not later, now. Pay attention before it's too late. So here's the deal. Quantum computing has the potential to break Bitcoin's cryptographic backbone, specifically SHA-256. This algorithm safeguards transactions and wallets against traditional attacks, but quantum algorithms like Shor's can exploit vulnerabilities. NIST's 2024 post-quantum cryptography standards even highlight these risks. Craig Skiddy and Google's team just made waves, showing RSA encryption. A similar cryptographic tech only needs fewer than 1 million qubits to crack. That's a massive drop from earlier estimates of 20 million qubits. Translation: the quantum clock is ticking faster. With IBM aiming for 100,000 qubits by 2033, Bitcoin's long-term security is officially on notice. The good news, developers know the threat is real and can implement quantum-resistant cryptography via softworks, but here's the kicker. Time is not on our side. While some predict we have 10, 20 years, advancements are shaving off that timeline fast. It's a race against innovation, so buckle up, folks. The future of crypto security depends on what happens now. I swear, I'd stake my soul on this. Though I won't. But here's the deal. They are propping up Bitcoin, pushing it higher and higher, and one day, boom, it's going to crash. Everyone will feel the pain. Now ask yourself, why is Bitcoin hyped so much? Why isn't XRP getting the same love? Have you noticed? XRP is still the most hated in the game, even now. The usual excuse, oh, people hate XRP because banks and institutions are backing it. Well, guess what? Uh-oh. If you haven't noticed yet, Bitcoin and XRP are playing in the same arena, working with the same entities. Yet Bitcoin gets all the love. Why? The narrative says Bitcoin rebels against the system. But in reality, those same systems are hoarding it like treasure. Meanwhile, XRP seems to be flying under the radar. Interesting, isn't it? There's a strange divergence happening here, a shift that raises questions. If something shines too brightly, maybe we should look closer. As time goes on, the risk of holding Bitcoin might just grow heavier, something to think about. These are just my thoughts, and you're free to take them or leave them, but I truly believe XRP is the chosen one. Here's why. XRP has built a solid reputation in traditional financial markets thanks to its widespread adoption by financial institutions and recognition as a groundbreaking American digital asset. Some of you have asked about the XRP Ledger and quantum computing. Let's dive into that. Positioned as a quantum-ready blockchain, XRP is taking proactive steps to strengthen its infrastructure against the disruptive potential of quantum computing. As this cutting-edge technology advances, XRP's early move toward quantum resistance could give it a powerful edge in the rapidly evolving world of finance. Beyond its dominance in delivering fast, scalable cross-border payments, XRP is also preparing for the era of quantum machines, an era that brings both challenges and opportunity. There you have it, folks. David Schwartz once said something interesting about quantum computing. Quantum computing has been 8 years away for more than 10 years now. Let that sink in. If quantum computers do reach their potential within our lifetimes, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the XRP Ledger will need to adapt for quantum resistance. That's right. We'll need to make them quantum proof. But here's the kicker. we don't want to jump the gun. The current quantum proof hashing and signature algorithms are clunky and not ideal for blockchain applications just yet. So while it's possible to make these networks quantum resistant, it's not something we want to rush into. Now consider this. The CTO at D24 FinTech Group explained that quantum computers have immense processing power, capable of solving complex mathematical problems exponentially faster than classical computers. Algorithms like Shor's could potentially crack the encryption methods underpinning today's blockchain networks, including the XRP Ledger. Ripple's developers are stepping up their game, enhancing the XRP Ledger with quantum-resistant cryptography. They're incorporating advanced post-quantum algorithms like hash-based signatures and some other technical wizardry to future-proof transactions and wallets. It's impressive to see them tackling this head-on so early, right? By adopting quantum-resistant tech now, XRP is positioning itself as a potential security standard for the blockchain industry. This could draw interest from financial institutions and governments seeking future-proof payment systems. Plus, with quantum-safe security in place, XRP might just become the go-to choice for CBDCs. While quantum computing is still evolving, XRP's proactive approach could cement its spot as a leader in secure, scalable financial networks. What I do know is at least they're starting to take a closer look at all this, right? Now, Bitcoin, not entirely sure what's going on there. But here's the thing, Tulip Mania comes to mind. Remember that? It was this wild period of insane speculation and skyrocketing prices for tulip bulbs in 17th century Dutch Republic. Crazy, right? Intense speculation. Now, what's crypto today? It's literally the same thing. Intense speculation all over again. Feels like history's cheat sheet, doesn't it? Here's the cheat sheet, folks, straight from Wall Street. Take a look at this. If we overlay Bitcoin's chart like this, what do we see? Let's call this 0.0. Now, imagine the tulip craze. Prices skyrocketing from nothing to hundreds, only to crash back to where they started. Here's what I think. Bitcoin might follow the same path. That's just my perspective, though. Everyone has their own opinion. But in my view, they'll keep propping Bitcoin up until, well, literally everyone on the planet is on board. Now, speaking of crypto, here comes David Schwartz with an interesting question. He asks, if XRP is centralized, why is Brad Garlinghouse the face of Ripple? And why is Ripple considered the issuer? You don't see that with Bitcoin. Well, here's the thing. Garlinghouse is the CEO of Ripple, a company. XRP, on the other hand, has no issuer. All the XRP that will ever exist was created when the XRP Ledger launched. People love to talk about Satoshi and Bitcoin, but think about this. Would you really want an unknown entity holding a massive chunk of tokens? You have no clue what their intentions might be. With a known entity, at least you know who you're dealing with, and that's a big deal. Let's talk Ripple. We all know what's happening here, right? Now imagine this. Satoshi, the mystery figure behind Bitcoin, could actually be a benefactor, maybe even a positive force for Bitcoin. Think about it. For over a decade, he's held onto a massive stash of Bitcoin without selling a single coin. That lack of selling pressure, it's kept prices steady and climbing. But here's the kicker. The moment he decides to sell, the game flips overnight. Prices will spiral and chaos could follow. Now, shifting gears, let's dissect the XRP Ledger. Does it really matter if the ledger is centralized or not? Ask yourself, what do you need to be absolutely sure will happen, and what are you hoping to avoid? XRP's ledger is undeniably functional and critical, especially if you take a close look at the nodes. The proof is right there. So where do we go from here? Now, the crypto drama continues. Forbes drops another bombshell tweet. Another player collapses. Who's next? Maybe Michael Saylor, the ultimate Bitcoin maxi and self-proclaimed Bitcoin alchemist. His time might be coming, it's been foretold, but for now, Bitcoin is being propped up, pulling in every last believer. Where does it all end? Well, we'll see soon enough.